Hello everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit now in this video about some origins and insertions, and I'll even touch on the agonist and antagonist. I know that's in your discussions, but I'm going to explain a little bit, and then maybe in your own words, and when you get to that part of the discussion, if you have that topic, then you can do that as well. Let's talk about, I got some models here, but let's talk about the biceps first. Okay, so what I would like you to do is flex your arm, and then hold on to your biceps, which is the muscle that should be hopefully popping up right now, and keep your hand like this. What I want you to do is that. Now, while you're doing that, am I in pronation or supination? Okay, what's pronation, supination? Pronation and supination, this is supination. Like if have some soup, supination. Pronation is palm down. Okay, supination, pronation. So, back to here. Am I in pronation or supination? I'm in supination. Okay, I'm flexing my elbow and in supination. And if you put your hand on your biceps, you can kind of feel that pop up a little bit. Okay. Now let's go into pronation. So turn your hand out. Do you feel that bicep? What's happening to it? It's going away. See that? Do you feel that? It's going away. So why is it going away? Well, that's where these origins and insertions come in. The biceps has two heads. That's why it's called biceps, two heads. And here's a model. Get a little bit closer here so you can see, right? And right there. Okay, here's the biceps. Okay, this is what pops up when you flex your arm. Okay, we have a short head and a long head. Okay, the long head is going to be lateral. The short head will be medial. Right, short head originates on what's up here on the scapula called a coracoid process. The long head originates up and way over on top of what's called the supraglenoid tubercle, and I'll point those out in another video what they are, or you can look it up. It's a part of the scapula, coracoid process of the scapula, or the supraglenoid tubercle of supraglenoid tubercle on the scapula. All right, so we have the biceps here originating here. Where they insert is down on the radial tuberosity. And let me get my arm bones here. I had a skeleton here, but they needed to use it, so I can't use it right now. But, okay, here we have the two bones. Here's the radius, this one, and here's the ulna. So if you look at your own hand, okay, this will be a right, I'm sorry, actually this would be a left, right hand. Okay, I can't get up to, there we go. Okay, so it's a right hand. Your radius is going to be lateral. Your ulna is going to be medial. Now, the radial tuberosity, I said, is where the biceps insert. Now, watch what is this pronation or supination? Okay, this is pronation. Supination. This is supination. Let's go into pronation. Ready? Turn that hand over. What happens to the radius? Well, the radius rotates over the ulna. What does the ulna do? Stays put. See, watch that. See, I'll do it again. Supination, going to pronation, turn palm down, radius rotates, the ulna stays put. So same thing with you. So if you have your hand out, okay, and let me get it so you can kind of see. There we go. Hand out, palm out, supination. Okay, I'm going to go to pronation. What's happening? My radius is rotating over my ulna. Okay, just like here. Radius over the ulna. Okay, now we're going to pronation. So, going back to this, since the biceps inserts on the radial tuberosity, which is this, okay, I'm in supination, and in pronation, remember the radius rotates over the ulna, so that's exactly what's happening with me. So the insertion point of the biceps rotates out of the way. And that's why your biceps goes away. But then what keeps your arm in flexion? Because I'm in flexing right now, right? Now you can't, when it goes away, you can still keep it, even in pronation, you can keep your arm flexed. So what's keeping it flexed? Well, that muscle, glad you asked. That muscle is right underneath the biceps. Let's pull this away. And it's kind of a flat muscle here called the brachialis muscle. You can see where it originates from, kind of the upper 2/3 of the humerus, or 2/3 of the upper 2/3 of the humerus. And it comes down, and it inserts on the ulnar tuberosity. Okay, on the ulnar tuberosity. So when you go into pronation, the ulna doesn't move, nor does the brachialis muscle, and that's why even in here you still have strong flexion, because the brachialis is working. We took the biceps out of it. Brachialis, this flat muscle here, continues to work. Okay. Incidentally, on the the anterior arm muscles, not the forearm, anterior arm muscles, there are 4 muscles, 2 biceps, 1 brachialis, and this one right here, about as big as your finger, kind of on the inside, called a coracobrachialis. And guess where that originates? Coracobrachialis, coracoid process of the scapula, brachialis, anything brachia, anything we see brachial in it, that's the arm. And the arm is from the elbow up, okay, the humerus. The humerus is the brachium. Below that, they call it antebrachium or forearm. But up here, brachium. So we have coracobrachialis. Okay, so that's the arm muscles. A little bit about origins and insertions, okay? And that's why when you go into pronation, the biceps goes away because it inserts on the radial tuberosity. Brachialis keeps you in flexion because it inserts on the ulnar tuberosity, which doesn't go away in pronation. Make sense? Okay, I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to talk a little about agonists and antagonists.